So it was allegedly Drew's assistant who exposed her relationship with Ty, allegedly. Let me put the badge down here. Oh, yes. Which assistant, you may ask? Hold, please, and I will definitely give you guys the photographic evidence of which assistance it was. Because, as you guys know, Drew has quite the few assistants. Okay? Last I checked, how many assistants have there been? Somebody chimed down. Norman, how many assistants has Drew had? Can somebody in the green room tell us? Okay. And while they're working on that, I'm gonna pull up the photograph of the assistant in question. Okay. My apologies for not having loaded it before. This is the assistant in question. Okay. Allegedly. Read the below. All commentary is alleged because this is what's being alleged by not only Ralph, but also by Candy, as well as some others on the cast. Now, where am I getting this information from? Of course, the link will be in the description down below. Our friends over at OMFG Reality TV have posted a clip. Spoiler alert! Let me just let y'all know, for those of you guys who may just happen to randomly find yourselves on my channel for the first time and wonder, what is happening here? Why am I getting details about the episode before the episode actually airs? Because that's what we do over here, okay? If you do not want to know any of the spoiler information, simply press mute, watch my lips, and continue watching the video, because we have some other news as well. All right, so for those of you guys who do want to be spoiled, let's get into the tea of it all and how this all came to be. So on this clip right here, Ralph is going to tell the group that it was actually the assistant that told him about the alleged affair between Drew and Ty. Now, when he mentions this, Candy chimes in. Marlo seems to be chiming in agreement that they know for a fact that he too was also telling the tea about Ty and Drew to NT and everybody, allegedly. Okay. Now I don't know who all he was telling it to, allegedly, but it sounds to me like, listen, you know, if Marlo is nodding her head, okay, and Candy is telling us it was said, chances are it was said. Drew, on the other hand, is denying that this man ever said anything. So she's denying that, you know, the man told Ralph anything. She's denying that Candy knows anything about it either from this man, okay? And she says, y'all not gonna lie on Mr. Danny's name. Now, don't be lying on Mr. Danny's name if Mr. Danny didn't do it, okay? We won't have no Mr. Danny, situations around these parts, okay? Unless he did say it. So anyway, so that they go back and forth about that. We never really get to the heart of it. We never really get to the truth of the matter. Okay, we don't, unfortunately, because Drew kind of in this weird way switches gears by telling everyone, y'all don't need to be getting involved with something that y'all don't know about. Ralph is the person that started all. Ralph is the streets that was talking. It was all Ralph. Ralph concocted this whole notion. I'm still puzzled how he convinced Mimi to then go along with this and post it on her Instagram stories. But I digress. We just gonna ignore that because, you know, when Drew's talking, we just gonna ignore, you know, what we know. Okay, I like Drew, but ooh. So anyway, at this point, then Drew then pulls out her phone and says, Andy, here, I've been, you know, I just want you to see this. Andy looks at the phone and says, well, oh, what do we have here is a woman with a big booty asking, When are you gonna bring me some of that D? Okay. Apparently Ralph, they passed the phone around. Now Ralph doesn't respond to the woman in question. And Ralph says, "Oh, I was waiting on this. I was waiting on this. I was waiting on this." And so at that point, Drew goes into her monologue about, she was hoping that Ralph would come out here and do right by her. He has been apologizing to her behind the scenes and off camera, but she can't, he's embarrassed her for the past 3 years on this platform. And this all didn't start because of the cameras. This has started way back when they was in Chicago. It's not just like, girl, excuse me, girl. If this has been years upon years upon years upon years upon years of treachery, why have you stayed? If it's been big booty, sending these types of messages and things like that, because she makes it seem like this is a pattern, okay? If it's been all the big booty, and sending this stuff like that and the photos, then I mean, to a certain degree, it's like, girl, is it now? Did you have an agreement or something? I mean, what was like? What's the tea? What's the tea, sis? What's really the tea? Ralph and Drew, you just don't know what to make of it, do you? I know you don't. Chime down in the chatterization down below. Let me know what you think, who you believe, and was it the assistant in the library with the candlestick? Somebody let me know in the chat, okay? And let me know if you know what movie I just referenced with that, okay? You a G if you know what that is. All right, so let's move on. We got some new and upcoming shows coming out. And we got to talk first. Which I want to talk about first? You know what? Let's talk about the news that's not really a secret. Bravo just released a new teaser trailer for Married to Medicine, where they have finally officially announced Phaedra as the newest cast member. And this commercial is it's like maybe a 30-second spot, I think. And it is very heavily Phaedra focused. It shows her kind of interacting with some of the ladies from Married to Medicine, like Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Simone. We see Quad in the trailer. We see Dr. Jackie in the trailer at one point telling Phaedra, they're at the wedding, I guess, for Dr. G and his new wife. And Phaedra comes in all dolled up, and Dr. Jackie has to tell Phaedra this ain't your wedding, and Phaedra tells her she's always the bride. And so we got some Phaedra-isms all up and through this little commercial right here. All right. Now, when you click up on the link down in the description of the bio, okay, of the BravoTV.com, they give you we get a press release, and it says, brace yourself for a healthy dose of drama because Married to Medicine is back for season 10 this November, and this time around there's a new but familiar face scrubbing in, Phaedra Parks. And it says, the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum is trading in her peach and grabbing a thermometer because she is sure to bring the heat this season. Phaedra won't be the only one, though. Keep reading to see who else is on the cast. And so you just keep scrolling down, okay? Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, Dr. Heavenly, Toya, and Quad are all set to return. They'll be joined by new cast members Phaedra Parks and Letitia Lunsford, who is married to Dr. Gregory Lunsford. Also, Dr. Alicia Igolum, a dentist who knows Dr. Heavenly Combs, will join the ladies as a friend. All right, so that's interesting to me because I would have thought that Dr. Alicia would have been a main cast member because she is a dentist. But I guess they said budget. So, it is what it is. But maybe the budget was just right for her. You know what I'm saying? Because she's apparently a dentist and a real estate agent. Or a broker, real estate agent or broker. I don't know which one she is, but I know she's something in the real estate game. All right, so she gets the friend role. That's interesting. I wonder if she knew that before this announcement. Anyway, fans will have to stay tuned for the official trailer. All right. But when it comes to Phaedra, the press release states she's back on the scene and ready to leave her mark on the medical community. Okay. Married to Medicine season 10. All right. it doesn't say the exact date, but we know from Dr. Heavenly that it is November the 5th. Oh, it does say it. I'm sorry. It states it right at the top. Married to Medicine season 10 will premiere Sunday, November 5th at 9 p.m. on Bravo. Who is excited about Phaedra Parks returning to Married to Medicine officially? We already knew this, but since the teaser came out, we had to talk about it, right? We had to talk about it. All right. Speaking of a little tease, thanks to our friends over at Reality Chat, we can see that your girl Megan James is officially back for the Basketball Wives Orlando. Okay, so we're going to talk about the full cast. All right, and just some general thoughts. It says I'm reading from Essence, and it's an article. It says today VH1 announced that its iconic Basketball Wives franchise will return to a worldwide viewership with a new rendition titled Basketball Wives Orlando, set to premiere on VH1 this fall. Now, it states that the inaugural season takes a fresh look at how the women of Orlando basketball scene navigate the competitive world of sports. Audiences will also see just how taxing this life can be. Oh, so taxing. Along with the people who have to experience it on a day-to-day basis. All right. So here's the cast, some of which I've heard of, some of which I have not. But Ashley Snell, Danielle Miller, Lindsay Marble, Mackenzie Hyatt, Megan James. Her name should have gone first, since to me, I mean, she's the name that I know the most, but maybe y'all know some of these other ones. And forgive me, ladies, if I don't know you, but it's, I can only know so many things. Okay. Morgan Bledsoe, Mulan Hernandez, Neek Brown. So many. And Nikki Nicole. Wait a minute. How many names is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh Lord, 9 new people we got to get to know. All right. Anyway, it says while the cast members definitely stand by the men they're connected to, they're never the ones to stand behind them. From lavish lifestyles to personal triumphs and tribulations, Basketball Wives Orlando will give viewers an unfiltered glimpse into the extraordinary lives of 9 resilient. See, I ain't even had to count. They told me in the thing. 9 resilient women as they confront love, rivalry, and the ever-present spotlight. Dun 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 dun. All right, so this is produced by This Way Out Media and Shed Media. Shawnee Henderson is back as an executive producer. From This Way Out Media, executive producers are Mark Saliga, Sean Rankin, Jessica Garcia, and Melanie Collier-Lodge. For VH1, Tiffany Lee Williams, Angela Aguilera, and Mimi Blanchard serve as executive producers. So, Shawnee had previously said October the 9th. This simply says this fall. My guess is it's probably October 9th. What is October the 9th on? Let me look. Let me look at the calendar so y'all don't have to look yourselves. That's a Monday. Oh, Lord. It's also Indigenous Peoples Day, for those of you guys who want to be in the know. All right, so I need to know your thoughts. Drew and Ralph, who do you believe? Is the assistant the leaky faucet? Drew, let me say this to you, Miss Mamas, you have got to get these assistants and peoples to sign NDAs for these things that they be knowing about you and these people that be coming up into your home and into your personal space. Now, I don't know how you know these people, and I'm not saying that it's their fault, but what I am saying is that the Discreets, aka Ralph and Candy, are telling us that the leaky faucet is he. So for you, what I need you to do is just, for your own safety and well-being, baby, hire yourself maybe an attorney to draft you up a good old NDA doc. Don't be trying to be your own attorney again like you did with that lady who you owed $1,000 to. What I need you to do is go on down and listen. What they got the lawyer services, Norman, what the lawyer services is, Legal, what is it? Something, it's something with legal. It's something that you can pay per month and they will give you legal services. And you don't have to be worried about, going and finding yourself an attorney every time you need something. Now, you need a good attorney. I know one down to the Miami, Sue Ann Robinson. Okay, she's very good at what she does. She's affordable. Okay. Now I can't tell you her rates because I can't, that's, y'all got to do that yourself. But what I know is you making this money on this reality TV. You need you a good attorney that can start drafting you some documents so you can have these people sign so that way when they witness you and any alleged, indiscretions, that they can't say nothing. They got to take it to their grave. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my suggestion. Although I don't necessarily know if it's gonna matter because the streets are saying reboot. Some streets are saying 3B brought back, and most of the streets are saying it ain't you. So I don't know what to do, man. I want to know what happens next though. So find a way to let us know. Also, Drew has a new single out. What is it called? Let me look. Oh, I got to go to her page. Why ain't doing this on the computer? Throw us away. Don't throw us away, Bravo. Don't throw Drew and Ralph away. I want to know what happened. All right, with that being said, happy Friday, happy weekend, and I will catch you guys in the next video.